All right, folks. Good afternoon. As always, thank you for support. The numbers are going up, and I really appreciate it. We got a real big show tonight, a real big show. Uh, it's the Truth Serum. And did you see Francese's interview with Pierce Morgan? Should have been a sitcom for Saturday Night Live, in my views, but very interesting nonetheless. Alphonse Persico is doing time in a federal penitentiary. I'm gonna try to correspond to him and ask him how he feels about his boss, Mike Franzese. And I was talking to another guy that said more or less it might help me out in that fashion, but I know his inmate number. I'll write a letter and then have him write back and then see if I can do something. And I'm just going to explain to him, like I said before, here's a guy that just comes in there and, what does a guy think? Good afternoon, Mike and the Wolf. What would a guy think? A real boss, a real mafia boss guy. What would he think? Is he even aware about YouTube? A 70-year-old guy gonna die in prison. Is he even aware of this social media and this rodeo that goes on? If he's not aware of it, the Truth Serum is going to remind him of it, and he can take it any way he wants. But I'm going to say, Alphonse, by the way, how do you feel about your boss, Mike Franzese? He'd say, well, what do you mean, boss? He was a pencil neck accountant. Well, there's a thing called YouTube and social media and entertainment and TVs and interviews, and he claims to be the boss in titles. He's addressed in interviews as a boss. He doesn't correct anybody. He puts it in his thumbnails. So how did it feel, Alphonse, when you were working under Mike Franzese? He'd say, you got to be kidding me. It's the most flagrant foul that you can do anywhere. And I said it before that this guy claims to be a gangster and a boss, and he knows the intricacies and all the vows and loyalties and every aspect, an encyclopedia on the mob. But he continues to be a little cutie pie and puts these things in just for himself, put himself on a different pedestal. Forget about getting ratings and all that. I understand all that, but it's not you can't think of it from civilian perspective. You have to think about a true gangster and how he would roll. See, that's case in point that Mike Franzese wasn't even a true gangster. That's enough evidentiary proof right there that you would not do that. He thinks he's cute. He doesn't have to do that. He's got enough publicity and support. But I'm going to get in touch, correspond, and hopefully go in and see Alphonse Persico and see what his thoughts are. And say, here, Alphonse, look, here's that Mike Franzese. Remember him? Here he is. Look what he says in the title. He was your boss, huh? Alphonse, this guy was your boss? Mafia boss. Well, who is it? The Colombo family. All the Profacis and Colombo, they're all rolling in their graves. That this guy, a million years later, is telling the world, oh, by the way, folks, I'm the boss of the Colombo family and everybody else. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that, sir? He'd probably say, where does he live? I'd say, calm down, relax. Calm down. He's in a secured fortress out in California, out in La La Land, where he belongs. He don't belong in New York. He's not a New Yorker anymore. He lost his New York privilege. He was running around back then with security. And then whenever he goes on these engagements, he's got 8 security people. Why? Why? What are you scared of, Mr. Franzese? What are you scared of, you big mafia boss gangster? Go walk the streets by yourself in New York. What the hell? Live. Who do you think you are? Mo Alley. Newsflash, folks. I wanted to tell you, I had to get it off my chest, okay? I finally have to get off my chest. I am the true former boss of the Colombo family. Okay. Remember What's My Line? Back years ago, there was a talk show, and there'd be 3 people, and 2 of them would fake like they were a tightrope walker, and then they would lie, and then at the end they'd say, "Will the real tightrope walker please stand up? Will the real Colombo family mafia boss please stand up?" They would fake, and then the real one would stand up. Keep doing your videos, Franzese, and I'm going to bash the shit out of you left and right. Immature, yes. Immature. We're going to see what Persico has to say about it. We're going to see what Alphonse Persico has to say about it. That's all, you cutie pie. Cutie pie. Just don't put that in your thumbnails, bro. It's simple. Simple. The whole world knows you weren't even a capo. You weren't a captain. You were zero. You were not a shot caller. A shot caller for what? Move that money over there and put it over there? You're a shot caller. Yeah, you're a shot caller. What a mama-loop. Disgrace the mafia. They're all dead. They're dying in prison, and you got a free pass to spew that. Call yourself a mafia boss on all kinds of media interviews. And Pierce Morgan, he's just like enamored. Oh, he's all giddy like a little high school girl going to the prom, and he don't even realize what's going on. And then Mike Franzese doesn't want to make corrections and put it out there the right way. But right in the title of the video, my boss, mafia boss, 8 million a week. Yeah. That doesn't seem to get corrected. I mean, yeah, that's advertising, that's publicity. For sure. Pierce Morgan has a right to freaking hype up that show as much as it could. But if this guy had an ounce of class or any integrity, he would have said, "No, Pierce, you can't put that in there. I wasn't a boss. I can't disgrace myself and the families. I can't do that." He's doing it more since I've been bashing him. He's been doing it more. He's diplomatic. I think he would be a nice guy. Maybe I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. Where's his friends in all these stories of the mob? Where's me and Tony? We went out here or there. Where's all these friends? The mafia, the guys were together. The mafia, the guys were all together. Where's all his buddies? Where are all these stories? Where are your buddies? Where are your buddies, Mike? Come on. He continues to do it. Maybe it's petty of me, but there's nobody to defend these guys. And I'm going to tell Alphonse Persico, hey, I was never made, excuse me, but I was around that. Your family is my team. My godfather and the Colombo, Persico, that's my team that I feel somewhat loyal to, because that was my beloved godfather's mostly family, which he might knew him. So there's nobody out here to just at least throw one punch back. That's all. He might say, "Thank you, Joe. Get in there and tear that freaking Franzese apart." Because I'm just going to say, "Look, Alphonse, here, want to see another cutie one? Here, look at here. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, look, Alphonse. Hey, look. Yeah, here's another one. Mafia boss. Yeah, look, here, want to see another one? Mafia boss. Here's another one. Oh, here's an interview. Here's an interview on Channel 9 News. Mafia boss. Here's another one. Mafia boss. Pierce Morgan, Mafia boss. Channel 12 Mafia boss. Forbes magazine, Mafia boss. Mafia boss, Mafia boss. Was he your boss, Alphonse? Yeah. Was he your boss, Alphonse? Was he your boss? That's all. If you're in the military and you're a private, you know, you can't just be a petty officer and run around and say, "Well, I'm the captain or general." It's in any organization, you can't claim false rankings. If you had any true loyalty to that organization, I mean, well, I was a first class petty officer. Oh no, I thought you were the freaking captain or no. There's just no. He could do. He could. He's got enough numbers. He doesn't need to do that. He doesn't need to do that. I mean, is he diabolical? Is this Franzese just diabolical? I'm a frustrated. Oh, geez, I never made it to be boss. I never made it to be boss. And now I got social media. I got a platform, and I could just title myself boss in all my videos. What is he, diabolical? You got a ton of money. What the hell? You don't need to lie. You tell interesting stories. Sammy tells interesting stories. Ride that wave. I like to hear interesting stories. Everybody likes to hear interesting stories. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. But don't cross the bridge and claim yourself to have rank and title when you didn't. Because if you were a real wise guy, you would know that is the worst thing you can do being around mafia, being in the mafia game. That's the worst, flagrant, foul, disrespect, crap on those families. That's the worst thing you could do, Mike Franzese. And you're very intellectual, you're very smart, and you know as well as everybody else does that that's wrong to put that in your titles. That's wrong. You know it. So are you diabolical? And you just need to put that in there. You feel a need to go to these interviews and you need to differentiate yourself because now that everybody on planet Earth thinks you were a mob boss, and how dare I digress and say now, well, you know what? By the way, I was just an accountant. I didn't really have that ranking. Now you don't want to put your tail between your legs and come out because it's unnecessary. You got too much of. You're a megalomaniac. You're diabolical. You've painted this picture. Now it's gone too far, and you can't backpedal off of that. You're a punk, straight up punk. That's what you are. You're a punk. Go walk the streets around New York and say, hey, I'm back, everybody. The mafia boss is back. Go walk the streets down there and holler in the streets. The mafia boss is back. Go ahead. Go ahead. Bring that those 8 security guards you got. Bring your security with you. I like his political views and everything. But God forgive me, folks. There's nobody to defend. These guys gave up their life for the mob. These guys died being honorable. Persico didn't cooperate. He's going to die in prison. A real boss is going to die in prison. Persico, while Mike Franzese is out here claiming to be the boss of his family. I'm going to that penitentiary and I'm going to have a talk with Alphonse Persico. Oh, yeah. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. The real boss is dying there, 70 years old, going to die in prison. And the weasel accountant is out telling the world in interviews and on his channel and everything else that he was the boss. The real boss, ladies and gentlemen, newsflash, is dying in prison because he didn't rat. Did Mike Franzese rat? You overthrow the king and then you claim to be the king. Yeah, okay. I don't promote violence or any of that. But are there descendants of these guys? They're probably just regular civilians that just going on to lead normal lives. But if I was a descendant of a Persico, now I don't promote violence. I don't promote violence. I'm just saying that how would they take that? How would they take that? This guy's over there with Chaz Palminteri sipping wine like a girl, selling everything under the sun, telling lies, claiming to be a boss. He's rocking and rolling. But dad's in prison, gonna die doing life, the real boss. How would a person feel? How would an old man feel that he's just there all by himself now? Maybe everybody's dead. He's just gonna die like that alone. Nobody to stick up for him. And I'm going to show you the letter that he writes to me, and then I'm going to get in there and hopefully he'll be receptive. Hopefully he'll be receptive because I'm just going to put in the letter, state certain things, and just say, you could say yes or no. Or I'm going to come back and I'm going to say, here's the letter, folks. These are the words from Alphonse Persico pertaining to Mike Franzese, who proclaims to be the boss of his family. These are the words, folks, and we're gonna put it down and see how he feels about that. How he feels about it. Mike Franzese, you didn't start your YouTube channel till everybody was dead or got life in prison. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, okay. Pretty slick, smart move. And I might, and then I might just leave that alone. Do some other stories. Oh, I've met a Native American Indian that was in the Korean War and the Vietnam War, and I got his number. And like I said, uh, I'm gonna. I want to hear these stories on the battlefield, the killing fields. Forgive me, I don't mean to be gory or undermine the bravery of these people just for entertainment value, because I'm from a military family and I want them to be noticed. That's all. So I met a good guy that, they risked their lives for our freedom. So just like in the mafia, all these soldiers, they got killed and they risked their lives. They lost their lives in this mob game. And then there's no respect about what these Franceses or these other characters do. All these mob failures, these personalities that you see on YouTube in the mob, they're mafia failures. They're the failures of the mob. Sammy, Mike, they're the failures of the mob. They're your only reference to what the mafia was. Well, I didn't hear Mike Franzese or Sammy the Bull say that. So your whole reference point is whether something is true or false. If it doesn't line up correctly to what Mike Franzese or Sammy the Bull said, that's the Joe Blow viewers' point of view and their perspective. Oh, well, Mike Franzese said this, and well, you said this, Joe, and that don't make sense. Well, they're the failures of the mob. They got caught. They weren't good in their craft. They ratted. They got immunity, and those are your heroes. Okay? Mr. H. Mr. H, new here. What percentage of wise guys end up as well? There's a lot of associates that see. A lot of guys are just running hustle, street guys that they just know how to hustle and steal and whatever, and they don't like to get in them. They don't want to share the money. They don't want to share the money. They're just criminals out in the streets that don't want to really get in there, so to speak. If their lineage is in there, um, Brian Gerard. But a lot of people didn't want. I didn't want to be a made guy and go in all that and do all that. Uh, uh, I don't want to then be held to this oath and all of that stuff. I don't want to do that. I'm just trying to hustle my own little money. These guys are running around, risking their freedoms, risking their lives, and they're going doing these crimes. And then you got to hand your money over to another guy. It ain't in my DNA. Not when I used to mow lawns at 7 years old and sweat for $3 for 3 hours. Nah, not me. Not me. Brian Gerard. You can always branch out, interview people in government. No, we could get some. Well, we know what politics is, and I can't do that, Brian, because they're gonna for that said reason, I've been blocked, censored, everything else. I can't politics. Everybody's got eyes to see and ears to hear. That if you can't see what was going on during one American leader and another leader, if some people are just too blind to either see that or accept it, then you can't talk to the people. We're going to have fun and live and enjoy our lives, and we're not going to get all crazy about politics because it'll make you nuts. And I don't want to get censored on here. So thank you for your input. So, we got Brian Gerard and Mr. H and Chris Breeder. Why do you always put Michael's name in the title? Are you serious, Chris? Well, that's his name. Why do you always put Chris Breeder in the chat? Don't try to be cute, bro. Don't be cute. Thank you for your support. All right. But guys just wanted to run around and make their hustle and do their rackets. And they were degenerate gamblers. So they knew that they had that check coming more, under the auspice of being in a crew and getting money, whatever, salary. At least they knew they had that coming, So I don't care about Mike Francese's favorite films or Donnie Brasco, another rodent. I don't care about them guys, bro. Donnie Brasco, cute. I don't care what Mike Francis prefers about his selections and all that. Goodfellas, nice. Goodfellas. Oh, good point. I was talking Nick DeFalco. Is that neighborhood Nick DeFalco? Joe, no disrespect. I heard Mike ever say he was the boss. Well, scroll through YouTube and go look through all his videos and interviews and everything, and you'll see on newspapers, mafia boss. I grew up with a Nick DeFalco. Thank you for joining. Thank you. There's no one to defend these dead people or these guys that are rotting away. And back to Mr. H, they're realistic. I don't see, I never watched Sopranos. I never watched it. Does life imitate art or does art imitate life? I think that there would be a more humanistic aspect of real life things that Hollywood can't capture. Goodfellas and A Bronx Tale. Goodfellas captured relationship relationship stuff. The Falcons towing out of Jersey. John Smith. Uh, Ramondi. So life imitates art imitates life. I um think that in the mob genre, whether it's YouTube or movies that well produced and exciting and blockbuster hits, of course. But I think that a lot of the fallout and the consequences, like I said before, and the emotionality of the family members at funerals, or the wife and the mother with the kid in tow going to visit at the prison, and all of that stuff, which maybe the producers of Hollywood leave out. They think it's not necessary. They got a blockbuster hit. But I guess maybe I'm more sensitive to that because I saw that. I was telling the lady, it's all right. He's only got 12 more years. It's okay, honey. Maybe he'll get paroled in 9. It's okay. Are you broke? Oh, geez. Well, it's okay, really. And the kid's crying and everything. Well, that's not going to be captured on Hollywood film. That's all. I'm more sensitive to the consequences that happen. Like, Persico's doing life. You got another guy claiming to be a boss. There's nothing's left sacred anymore. Nothing's sacred in today's world. You just got to be an entertainer and try to get the money. Just entertain, be likable, put a product out, and who cares about peeling any layers back? I could say whatever I want about Hollywood mob movies. At the end of the day, they're all getting rich. That's all. They're all getting rich. So the point is moot. Yeah, I got an opinion on everything, but Mike Franzese could do a great channel. He tells good stories, but don't put that stuff in there. When he puts them titles in there itself, it just proves that he wasn't a real gangster. A real gangster, that would be the biggest taboo you could do, being in the mafia. That is a private first class officer can't say he's the general. In any hierarchy of ranking or any authoritative mechanism, you can't claim that. It's just common knowledge. So while he claims that, he's proven to you folks that shows how much loyalty he's got or integrity he's got for the mob. That's all. I don't have to say it. He's proven it to you. He's proven it to you, good people. I could sit here and talk about anything. Whatever I say, blah, 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 is meaningless. All you got to know is he's saying that and he's proven it to you. It's already a done deal. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the verdict is in. It's a done deal. Nothing needs to be added to that. Road tripping, a Hungarian. Good evening, Joseph. I've never met a real life connected person, but I'm listening to you. I feel like you're exactly the kind of person I pictured as a person. Thank you, road tripping. I get on here. I like to rock and roll. Led Zeppelin, I like to rock and roll, but maybe I'm sensitive. I don't know. Maybe I'm wishy-washy. I feel sorry for these guys that died. I had friends, they were missing. I feel sorry for them. Persico's rotting. These other bosses are rotting away. And then you got all these rats on YouTube that cooperated. Just that fact alone shows you the DNA of these people. That's all. I don't need, you know. Thank you, road tripping. Thank you, road tripping. Thank you, good people come in here. Tara, hello. I don't know who this guy is. He says you seem like you know Ramandi. Nah, John Smith. Go check out the towing out of there. The Falco's towing out of Jersey. Mr. H. Boom, boom, boom. Brian Gerard, Chris Breeder, and the Wolf, and Michael Candinas. Cool. Yeah, Pierce Morgan, mafia boss again. Oh gosh. Oh wow. I'm not dead yet, Mike. I'm not dead yet. I'm a little whisper in the wind on YouTube. I'm a little whisper, you know, the mob whisperer. But there's nothing left sacred for the fact that he spews and self-titles himself. You already know he's a phony. That's it. Mike, the credit card Franzese. He's got a new nickname, folks. This just in. Hold on. Thank you. As of today, Mike Franzese will be addressed as Mike, the credit card Franzese, associate of the Colombo family. Associate of the Colombo family. Leon Swan's here. The credit card. He's doing messages for $229 on that other freaking thing where you could say happy birthdays to somebody. Oh, Mike Franzese said happy birthday to me. Listen, Tommy, I had to pay him $229, but Mike Franzese for 7 seconds, he said happy birthday to me. This guy, God bless him, he has a right to make money, and people want to hear happy birthday, happy anniversary, or just some advice from Mike Franzese. He has a right to hustle and make as much money as he wants, but it's comical. It's comical. You don't have enough for that 100 million sitting around, Mike? Mike, the credit card. Go enjoy yourself. Go to Hawaii. Go to Russia. Go back to Cuba. Next time, don't bring 100 people in tow. Maybe your family might want some privacy. Okay, maybe you don't have to have 100 people finance your trip. Maybe you don't have to have 100 people to pay 1,000 or 10,000 to go with you, bro. You can't just take the impetus to just go do something on your own without having the public have to fund it by selling cigars and garbage pail wine. Come on, man, have some integrity. This guy ain't a true mobster. He ain't a classy gangster. This guy's a Mama This guy ain't a true blue class act. He gets up there all refined and well-spoken and yeah. I'm telling Mr. Persico on you, bro. I'm telling Alphonse Persico on you. Yeah, I don't mean any disrespect to the Persicos if there's people that don't agree with that or whatever. I don't have any disrespect. At least I got enough class to say I don't have any disrespect because maybe they just want to chill out. I understand that. Been a rough road for that family. Been a rough road for those bosses. And maybe that'd be bad of me to just add salt in the wound to say, well, by the way, while you're rotting away in prison, here's that pencil neck claiming to be the boss of your family. I don't know. Maybe that's wrong of me. Do it to this poor old man, 70 years old. Something else to be on his mind while he's doing time? That you got pencil neck over there claiming to be the boss of your family while he's rocking and rolling and you're dying in prison? If anybody comes in here and they claim that Mike Franzese, you can't find where Mike Franzese has said he was a boss. You must be living on Mars or Jupiter, all right? So don't try to be cute. If you only seen 2 videos and he didn't say it or whatever, but do your research. That's all. That's all. I thank you for watching my channel and putting a comment down, but take the impetus to just go look at Pierce Morgan, just a recent one. Just a recent one. He's hiding in California, so nobody could even. He's so removed from New York and any guys. He didn't even have any friends. Look at his videos. Who were his friends? There ain't even nobody around to say, "Hey, Mike, what are you putting boss in there for? Have you lost your mind, Mike? What do you?" There ain't even any friends or compadres or anybody to say, "What are you doing?" He's out there, secured fortress, and he's doing his own little freaking diabolical game. Nobody out there to put him in check. Hey, do whatever you want, but Mike, you're smart enough to know. Don't put that in your thumbnails. Don't do interviews where the title says former mafia boss. You're smarter than that, Mike. What are you trying to run here? That just shows how loyal you were to the mob. A mob boss, a captain wouldn't do that. Oh, so maybe you were an underboss. You weren't an underboss. They put a pin on you. The shot callers were over there. They put a pin on you and said, now where's the money? Where's the money? They put a pin. You could be whatever you want. Go sit in that beautiful Manhattan office like an accountant. Here's your pin. Where's all your friends, Mike? Where's your friends? Where's all your mafia friends? Where are they all? You waited to do a mob channel till they all died or they're all in prison? What's the deal between you and the feds, Mike? What's the real truth with you and the feds? What's that all about? What's the real truth there? Huh? Why don't you put that in your thumbnails? So I'm going to try to get close to Alphonse Persico. I appreciate everybody that comes in here, help an old man out. There's the links to the subscribe and like button and Cash App and the book. There's the link and all that. Thank you for your support. If you just view me, that's good enough for me. I don't have millions like these other rat cooperators have. But I'm not dead. I'm still around. That's why I didn't get made back then. That's why I didn't get made. So Leon Swan, thank you. Road Tripping, thank you. Tara, hello. John Smith, Nick DeFalco, Mr. H, Brian Gerard, Francis, Chris Breeder. It's all right, man. We're cool, Chris Breeder. Mo Ali, Wolf. The wolf is in here. Watch out. Hey, man, this is Wolfman Jack and Michael Condinas. Everybody have a great weekend. I'm going to start taking the measures and steps to get with this Alphonse Persico. And be very interesting to see what a real mob boss has to say. If I could get that intimate with this Persico, be very interesting. It could go off the rails or it could go good. So that's that. Friday is upon us. The weekend is coming, and everybody be safe. You know how Mike Franzese, be safe, boys and girls. And, oh, well, I got to give you guys an applause, first of all, for helping an old man out. Maybe I'm immature and this doesn't mean nothing, but what are you going to do? I got a new toy, an applause button. Led Zeppelin, rock and roll. And I hope everybody gets to prosperity, good mental health, and achieve the goals. I'm flying in on 1,000 subscribers the hard way. The hard way. You see what my technology is. You see no editing, no anything. I got brown teeth. So you know how I do this show, folks. I'm a frustrated comic, but I love to rock and roll. And if you're struggling with things, talk to somebody. Talk to somebody and get some support. You know, the world is a vampire. It wants the blood. No, you're going to fight back, get help, and we grow. Mental health issues, drug addiction issues, suicidal thoughts. No, we're from royal DNA. Let's catch up to our real self, the real true self. Let's catch up to that. This is all entertainment gibberish, blah, 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 mafia, Mike Franzese. This is entertainment. On a more personal side, in your own daily lives, you all prosper. There's things that might be addressed. Maybe people are just living perfect fairy tale lives. Yes. But some people struggle on things. And I was given a second chance at life. And I better put this in at the end of my videos because the angels would say, okay, we brung you back for a reason. Try to share a good word with some good people that are nice enough to come in and join you in any aspect. So as long as you're here, be the kings and queens of your world. Don't give up. Don't give up. Start your dreams and goals. Make the first move. Stay in it. The world will catch up to your dream. The world, but you got to keep it perpetuating. Keep it going. Keep it going. I was blocked at 50 subs. Oh, well, that's it for you, Joe. Well, geez, I didn't even know I could get 50 subs. Well, yeah, you don't have lighting, you don't have editing, the computer's failing, it's stalling. You know what? Keep fighting. Keep fighting. The victory is sweeter. If everything was easy, it wouldn't feel, it would just be some kind of normalcy. When you conquer and you're the underdog and you achieve and you reach a good status of your thinking and maybe financial or prosperity, it's a sweeter victory. So don't let anybody put you down. People are haters. People are jealous. That's the way of the world. The world is a vampire. It wants your blood. No kidding. No. So I'm not a Guido tough guy. Oh, yeah, he stabbed him in the back. There was blood off the wall. Jeez, I almost threw up. There was so much blood. Hey, Tony, oh my God, that JoJo fainted. No, no, no. I don't like the sight of blood. Ugh. No, gibberish, gibberish. A tough guy's defined differently. That's all. So we'll leave it at that. Mr. H, thank you. And a lot of times I put it in the forward of my book. Like, everybody's got something to say. We all want to be heard. And if people are in your circle or your relationship or with a spouse, and people want to be validated. People's self-esteem gets stepped on. So I don't know. Maybe Mike Franzese was neglected as a little. No, I'm sorry. No, I don't know. We're not going to break that down psychologically. I'm not going to analyze him. I mean, I'm just layman's term diabolical. That's all I could put there. Yeah, diabolical is all I can, But with that being said, I wish well for Mike Franzese. Outside of this goofy whatever, I want people to do all right as a Christian, as a spiritual person, because I want that good energy. I want that good emotion. I don't want to be running around. Yeah, I want my good vibe to reciprocate back to me. So I want my highway, boom, and put a good vibe out, love and compassion. I want you people to do good. So what's going to jump on that train? Positive stuff. People go through their everyday life and they're miserable and that's all they do. So it attracts more of that negativity. Just it's tough sometimes. People are struggling with addiction and mental health problems, suicidal thoughts. But, I mean, If you can't figure it out for yourself, say, hey, Sue or Gary, I've been thinking about some crazy things. Can you help me out? A friend or a professional like me, I'll do it for free. Go to Facebook. I'll do it for free if anybody needs help. Just as being a spiritual person on planet Earth, I'll do it for free. That's all. Hit the like button for your new mob boss, okay, Mo Alley? Well, I didn't want to disclose that, I mean, I was the mob boss, and then I went to Siberia and hid out for a while, and now I'm back. Nah, forgive me, I shouldn't say that. I feel bad about saying that. Ain't good. Let alone do interviews and newspaper articles and magazines, and shrieks me. So that's all. Stay strong, folks, and I hope you have a good day, a good weekend, a great life. I hope you get that promotion. I hope you get that date. I hope you have a beautiful partner, a beautiful spouse, and that's all we can ask for. And laugh if you can laugh. All right. I do a mob channel, and I'm immature, it's not a mob channel, but I do content. But laugh, laugh. These guys. There was a lot more laughter in the mob than Mike Franzese or them guys will let you know. There was a lot of laughter. Violent, but there was laughter. Laughter. I was around sometimes, but no, I had to watch what I said sometimes because you can't, sometimes you go too far and they're like, you can't say, ah, you know, you look like a fool. Don't be a fool, Jojo. Keep your mouth shut. Don't talk until we talk to you. Well, we're going to be together for an hour and a half. Don't talk until somebody talks to you first. They put me on mute. So that's it. Tara, thank you. And that's all. Have a good weekend and gain ground in something. Gain ground. If there's something that's bothering you that you want to bury it, leave it alone. You're alive today. You're alive today. You got a shot at everything. If things are damaged, you got a shot to repair or move on. You got that shot. Life is short. Life is short. All right. So thank you. I appreciate all the support. The numbers are going up, and I can't thank you guys more. It gets a little goofy bashing Mike Fran. It gets getting goofy and senseless at this point in time. So, Craig B, thank you for coming in here, Craig B. And I hope you guys have a good weekend. We're gonna rock and roll just like Led Zeppelin. We're just gonna keep rocking and see where it goes. Okay, that's it. I'm out of words. So I'll see you guys soon. And thank you. Any way you support my channel, share, notification, thumbs up, like, and all of that kind of stuff. I appreciate it. Thank you, folks.